Welcome back to our channel. Today I'm going to explain a movie called Leap. Let's enjoy the journey. In the film, a young orphan girl with a passion for dancing. She manages to escape from an orphanage and travel all the way to Paris. With nothing left to lose but has a big dream to achieve her. The film starts in 1880 in Brittany, France. An orphan young girl Felicity has a dream to become a dancer. Her best friend Victor, an imaginative but exhausting boy with a passion for creating, has a dream of his own to become a famous inventor. However, they want to run out of the orphanage. But her best friend, aspiring inventor Victor, goes to help her because she was stuck and hanging on the terrace. Before Luteau finds her, Victor goes there and asks to wait for the time. After going on the roof, he was hit on the head by the hanging bell. Later they both go to the dining hall where they must stack dishes. There she was throwing the dishes at Victor. She is thinking crazy by herself. It happened when she is happy. But Felicity uses this time to practice her dance moves. Luteau comes there and one plate breaks on his head. Then he got angry and Victor and Felicity become numb. However, she ends up breaking the dishes, getting both her and Victor in trouble. Luteau brings them to Mother Superior, who tells Felicity her dreams of being a dancer are nothing. While Victor tries to be cool with his Mother Superior but didn't work. That night, Felicity and Victor make their escape from the orphanage using a pair of aerodynamic wings that Victor invented. Luteau got to find out about their plan. He chases after them on his motorcycle as they fly away. While Felice has dropped her music box. Victor and Felice both got the music box after a hard try. They evade him by hopping onto a train heading to Paris. After arriving in Paris, Felicity and Victor are separated when Victor gets stuck on a boat sailing away from the city. Felicity then remembered about Paris Opera Ballet School, which Victor told her is the greatest dance school in the world. Then, Felicity finally finds the school. When she enters the building and is caught by a guard who thinks she is stealing. And he is forcing her out. Before the guard harms her, a cleaning lady with a limp named Odette stops him and helps Felicity to go. There Felicity follows Odette, who wants Felicity to go away. Felicity hides as Odette speaks to her boss, a restaurant owner named Regine Luot. After that, Felicity is talking about her trouble and told Odette that she is an orphan. Odette ignores her words and lets Felicity stay with her as long as she helps clean and keep quiet. While cleaning, Felicity sees Camille, Regine's daughter, practicing her dance moves. Felicity goes to compliment Camille, but the girl is rude and snobby toward Felicity, constantly calling her a little rat. Camille takes Felicity's music box given to her by her mother, and she cruelly throws it out the window where it breaks. And she is becoming very sad about it. When Felicity goes to get the music box, the postman shows up with an acceptance letter for Camille to attend the ballet school. Felicity takes the letter herself and goes to the school where she pretends to be Camille and starts her lessons. While she was going to her class, she fell down because her shoes were not properly fastened. In the meantime, her instructor has come and become curious. She is taught by Morant, a harsh and stern instructor. He begins to put Felicity and the other girls through rigorous training. She was very nervous then. Felicity practices in the streets when Victor finds her. He tells her how he has gone through a lot of trouble since arriving in Paris, but he and another boy have since begun to work in the office of Gustave Eiffel. Then Felicity was talking about her and give Victor her broken music box to repair. There she finally told him about stealing the identity of someone else, and the reason is her dream. As Felicity continues her lessons, she finds that learning to dance is harder than she expected. But she will try. Then she was talking with her classmate. In the meantime, she notices Odette is there and she is trying to hide in another practice room. There she meets a prissy but experienced dancer named Rudy, who was dancing. After completing his practice, he politely tells Felicity that her dancing sucks. Felicity goes back to Odette and apologizes for being a burden to her. As she leaves, Odette goes to pull out her old shoes from when she used to dance. She finds Felicity outside of the house. She was sitting upset. Odette then tells her she will begin training her in the morning. Odette puts Felicity through training that involves her doing some chores while incorporating dance moves into it. Like when she jumps down after touching the bell, water shouldn't be splashed by it. At school, Morant announces that he will pick one girl to dance with Clara in the Nutcracker. He eliminates a different girl each day when they fail to perform to his standards. In the meantime, Felice was doing well in her dancing. while Rudy takes her to the roof, giving her a special feeling about dance. Again, we saw that Odette thought her dancing in detail with rules and regulations and asked her to practice this. Later on, Victor takes Felicity out into the town. They enter a bar where Felicity dances to the music and impresses everyone, including Victor. She later tells him that she had the night of her life, as Victor seems so happy and dramatic it might be for he falls in love with Felicity. They both are so happy after a long, but Felicity's happiness is short-lived. Her truth has come out. When she finds Regine and Camille speaking to Morant over Felicity assuming Camille's identity to join the school, Regine demands that Felicity be kicked out, as well as Odette for allowing Felicity to stay. Then Morant says that Felicity has shown improvement since joining, so he will let her stay while also letting Camille join. He tells both girls that they will work for part of Clara fair and square. It is the night before the final elimination. Felicity has made plans to go out with Rudy. Even Victor is here for asking a dinner date with Felicity. But she is confused and asking about them Odette. Odette tells her to rest, but that's against her mode. In a moment, Felicity snaps at Odette and tells her she's not her mother. She tries to apologize, but Odette tells her to go away. After that, Felicity goes to meet with Rudy. Another side, Victor was waiting for Felicity where he thought he would be spending time with Felicity. He is making the overview of this dinner night with his friend. Then Rudy and Victor come face to face. Rudy tries to fight Victor, but it only leads Felicity to be annoyed with both boys, but Victor is upset with Felicity over her own behavior. Even she was also upset over the night. The next day, Felicity rushes to her performance while Camille is finishing hers. Felicity gets there and admits to Morant that she did not practice or rest well. She starts her performance, but Felicity ends up falling twice before Morant decides to eliminate her and give the part to Camille. Both Felicity and Odette cry alone. Then Regine and Camille become very happy, and Regine arranges for Felicity to be sent back to the orphanage. As we can see, Felicity is miserable being back in the orphanage. She dreams about her mother and how she gave her the music box. Felicity plans to sneak out again at night. She again gives positive thoughts to herself. When she was trying to escape, Luto caught her. But this time, Luto didn't stop her. Even he personally escorts Felicity back to Paris on his motorcycle. She hugs him and says goodbye. Felicity then goes to meet Odette. She hugs her and says that she wants to stay with her. Then she goes to find Victor. After that, Felicity goes to M. Eiffel's office to find the other apprentice boy there by himself. Felicity tells him to send a message to Victor about she is sorry for everything and says that he is her best friend ever. But she figures that he is hiding under the desk, hearing what she is saying. He appears to forgive her and return her music box after repair. Felicity goes to the school to find Odette, but instead finds Camille practicing on stage. Camille insults her once again, leading the girls to engage in a dance-off. The other girls come to watch. Camille keeps trying to push Felicity, but she keeps getting up. Then Felicia strikes her dance move, and Camille is now going back. In a moment, Felicity tops it off by doing a fouette en tournant, a move that Odette tried to teach her. Odette, Morant, and all the girls witness this, and everyone is highly impressed. Later, Morant then asks both girls why they dance. Camille admits that she does it because her mom makes her, while Felicity says it has been part of her whole life. Camille tells Morant that Felicity should have the part of Clara, and he agrees. Camille shakes Felicity's hand, and Felicity hugs her. Later, Victor goes to meet with Felicity, only to get knocked over the head by an angry Regine, who wants revenge for Felicity taking Camille's part. Regine chases after Felicity. Victor brings out his new set of wings, and with Camille's help, he goes to rescue Felicity. Regine chases her up to the unfinished Statue of Liberty and attempts to push Felicity off a tall height. Victor comes in and grabs Felicity, but Regine tries to get both of them. She ends up getting tangled in ropes as the kids evade her. Victor then flies Felicity to the school for her performance. The film concludes with Felicity performing in the Nutcracker, with Morant, Odette, and Victor all watching proudly. That was all from the video. Subscribe to this channel to watch more content like this. We are posting every day for you. Please subscribe to give us more motivation, and you will not miss our daily video.